Currently,
All right. So, good morning from USA. Good evening for you in India. I thought I will present something I wrote for Father's Day today. Yeah, this Father's Day special is more like a LinkedIn article I put in there. I sent to some friends. See, this is a reflection from ancient wisdom, how they have done that. So it's a kind of understanding that. See, we celebrate Father's Day here. Many turn to gifts and cards, and that's all okay. But for those attuned to a deeper truth, this day is more than a token. It's a reminder of the sacred archetype of the father, a symbol really revered in ancient wisdom, right? So that is something that you want to look at. So this is a symbol that carried on through the family. So it's like a symbol across time and space. You see, my father's memory, through what he did, what he stood for, and all that carried to me, even though I never knew my father. Okay, so that is so powerful of memories in ancient times. See, in today, the role of the father is often defined by the providing that he does and the protection he does. But in the ancient lens, especially in Vedic, yogic, and spiritual traditions, the father plays a transcendent role. He is the one who reaches the child, uplifts without asking, and silently carries the karmic and emotional burdens of the family. Okay, so that's what I want to look at, because father as the bearer of dharma and karma. You see, in Sanskrit, pitru doesn't mean just a biological father. It is derived from the root pri, to uphold, sustain, and support. PR, pri. Okay, the ancient father is the conveyor of the values, the first guru in that way, and mother is the actual first guru, but the guru as a father is conveyor of the values, and then one who performs the rituals that liberate the ancestral energies, and also is one who sacrifices his desires for the continuity of dharma or righteous living, right? So in the Mahabharata, Bhishma Pitamaha, they used to call him, he kind of relinquishes all pleasure and position for the greater good, for the good of his father, well-being, and all that. In the Ramayana, Rama makes his decisions and shapes his everything according to the imprint of his father, Dasharatha. So Pitru Vakya Paripalana. That means the word of the father is kept at any cost. Okay, so this is like a silent river of love. Say, unless is the expressive embrace of a mother shows her affection, everything to the child, right? But the father's love in many traditions is silent, but constant and deep, like the river beneath the earth that keeps the soil fertile. Okay, so the river bed we call about, So father does not ask for applause. He simply shows up. He simply carries the burden. So as I often reflect, the father is the one who reaches you and carries your burden. Okay, so this is a call for deeper gratitude this Father's Day. Let us go beyond surface celebration. Let us honor the unseen work, the emotional and karmic weight fathers carry. Let's see the father as the bridge, the earth, and the guiding light, often veiled in silence. See, but he is radiant in the soil, right? That is how the river is. So my closing affirmation is, may we honor the Father within and outside of us, the one who teaches through presence, uplifts uplifts us without asking, and carries our burden like the silent oak in a storm. Okay, so how are you honoring the silent mentors in your life this Father's Day? Tag them, thank them, reflect with them, or simply sit still and feel their essence flowing through you. Okay, that's what I wanted to present, and I really invite people on the Noom Vibe if you want to come up and then talk to me about this. That will be good. Okay, so uh, I don't know what happened to this WhatsApp call. It dropped everybody. So let us try one more time, and if they want to come in, that's fine. Okay. So anybody has any suggestions? Anything that you look at this way? And Neelam, how are you? Um, So many people celebrate with cards and with all the gifts. That's all okay. But then, having understood the role of the father, even the fathers play a better role, or having understood what is the reverence of the father, and really appreciating those who are really measuring to this inward evolution, and really giving you karmic and dharmic rights and all that. That's a very, very deep meaning, right? So that kind of people will be. Chanaka, you can hang up, okay, if you want to. Okay, okay. So suddenly the whole thing dropped. That's why I called again, everybody. So anyway, I presented this article in my LinkedIn post, so you can go and read it more leisurely if you want to. And basically, I just inspired by how the ancient relics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all this we read, but also in Upanishads, there are many instances the kids turn to the father and ask him deep questions. Nachiketa is one example. There are so many questions and answers between the father and one. Nachiketa was like a he goes to the school, and then their Gurukul means they spend with the guru or the teacher for long years, right? And then he excels. He learns everything that the teachers have to teach, and then that gives him a little bit of pride. He becomes egoic, and he comes home with an attitude like I know everything. The teachers also tell, oh, he mastered everything that we try to teach him, and he's very good at everything. Then the father asks him a question. Have they taught you that one vidya? Vidya means education, one piece of education, by knowing which you will know everything. And Nachiketa is taken to very surprised and said, no, they didn't tell me anything like that. Then he tells to go and to learn. And then he goes and learns. That is the Brahma Vidya. Understanding about the universe, understanding the universal consciousness, understanding Brahman, which is the vast life, right? Once you have understood that Brahman as a life force is within you and you are that Tattvavasi, then you have grasped the reality in its essence, and then living in that essence, then there is nothing to know about, nothing to achieve, nothing to really to speak about. Okay, whatever you wanted to achieve, you have achieved. Whatever you wanted to know, you have known, and whatever you wanted to do, you have done. Okay, that is the ultimate education. That is why India and those times called Brahma Vidya Pradayini. That means the one who gives you the highest education about the universe or the universal consciousness. That is called Brahman. Like the same thing is used in Chinese Tao. It's the same thing, the force around us, in the Star Wars, all that. So once you understand what is that and identify with that which is in you, not your body and mind, you have transcended ego, you transcended your body mind identification, and you have anchored yourself in that universal consciousness. That is real yoga. So anyway, there were so many discussions in the ancient wisdom literature, and like the Upanishads or your Vedas or any of those texts. a lot of discussion between father and the son, and then a lot of questions posed by the son to the teacher. Here is the father, and they were documented very well. Anyway, looking with that ancient wisdom perspective, you would understand inner liberation, inner knowing. Those are the values. And then the fathers kept it, and also they carried the burden of the kids by not only raising them physically, providing them still they become independent, but also really understanding their inner self and then giving the nurturance that way. You know, so that was very important. And then kids also honored the father because they considered the epitome of wisdom. Nowadays, you are looking to Google, you are looking to ChatGPT and other places to act as sources of wisdom, but it was not like that before. And they carried into generations. For example, Rama, when he follows his father's word, is that tradition was to keep the word of the father. If he promises something, the kid has to make sure. So there's the tradition that in Japan, the tradition in Red Indians in America, the tradition is in contemplative Christians in Europe. Any number of places where you go, ancient times, it could be China, Japan, Egypt, or South America, or North America, or any places where the ancient tribe is continuing on, they show this. The word of the community or the word of my father is my word. I'm going to keep it. You know. So, and I hope that made some sense for you. And anybody wants to come up, you can come up before I close the room. Okay. I just came just to convey my wishes on the Father's Day, and give you a piece of wisdom of ancient time, and then making it come into our life is a very wise thing to do. Okay, in this technology, in this hurry burry lifestyle, it's better to be here and now. You see, lots of times the Father is like a silent river. Say, this is a reflection according to that. So this is a sacred Father's Day. So I invite you all to pause, not in the buzz of buying gifts, but in the stillness of remembering ancient wisdom. Okay, so this is way different than seeing Father as provider or a protector, but as a Father is a much more. He's a reacher, the carrier, and the one who holds up the sky, so the family can walk in the shade. Okay, so thank you, and I'll be seeing you again. That's all for now. Just a brief but important message on Father's Day. Thank you. Okay.